In a tense and highly anticipated debate, former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris sparred over foreign policy, with a particular focus on the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. The two candidates presented sharply contrasting views on how the US should approach the conflict and its relationship with Vladimir Putin, setting the stage for what could become a pivotal issue in the 2024 presidential election. One of the key moments of the debate came when Trump was directly asked if he wanted Ukraine to win the war against Russia. Trump, however, sidestepped the question, responding, "I want the war to stop." His refusal to explicitly support Ukraine or denounce Russia has already fueled speculation about his views on the conflict, especially given his past praise for Putin and controversial comments about NATO. "I don't want to take sides," Trump reiterated. "We need a deal, and that's what I'll deliver. Under my leadership, this war would have never started, and now it's time to stop it." Trump's comments mirrored his long-standing emphasis on negotiation over confrontation, positioning himself as a potential deal-maker who could bring peace. Critics have pointed out that his reluctance to criticize Russia may embolden Putin's aggression and undermine US allies, particularly in Europe. In stark contrast, Kamala Harris strongly condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine, aligning her position with the Biden administration's continued support for Ukraine through military and financial aid. Harris accused Trump of being soft on Putin, pointing to his past praise for the Russian leader and his administration's efforts to weaken NATO. Let's be clear, Trump's so-called neutrality is nothing but an excuse to let Putin do whatever he wants, Harris said, her tone sharp. While Trump wants to negotiate with a dictator, we're standing with Ukraine. We're standing for democracy, and we're standing against tyranny. Harris framed the war in Ukraine as not just a regional conflict, but a broader battle between democracy and authoritarianism. She emphasized that the US must continue to support Ukraine in its fight against Russian aggression, arguing that anything less would signal weakness and a betrayal of American values. The debate also touched on Trump's past interactions with Putin. Harris pointed to moments during Trump's presidency when he appeared deferential to the Russian leader, particularly during the infamous Helsinki summit, where Trump sided with Putin over US intelligence agencies on election interference.
Let's not forget that Donald Trump has always had a strange affinity for Putin. His refusal to condemn Russia and stand with our allies shows where his true loyalties lie.
Trump, in his defense, dismissed these criticisms, labeling them as part of a witch hunt against him. He insisted that his relationships with world leaders, including Putin, were based on respect and leverage, not submission. "I kept the peace with Russia and I'll do it again," Trump declared. Ultimately, the debate highlighted the stark contrast in how Trump and Harris envision US foreign policy moving forward. Trump's focus remained on ending the conflict through negotiation, no matter how controversial the terms might be. Harris, on the other hand, doubled down on America's commitment to standing by its allies and promoting democratic values on the global stage. As the Russia-Ukraine war continues to dominate headlines, the positions staked out by Trump and Harris in this debate could significantly influence voters' perspectives on who is best suited to handle such complex international crises. Both candidates made it clear that their differing approaches to foreign policy will be central to their campaigns, with Putin and the conflict in Ukraine serving as a key battleground in the race for the White House.